Oh, make me over. I'm all I wanna be.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing for you is the new Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. Now this palette came out February 10th at a cost of $52. Now this palette holds 18 shades and it consists a mix of mattes, metallics, and pressed glitter. Now if you're like me and you might remember growing up in the 80s, this might look a little familiar. We all remember VHS tapes, so this is very similar to one of those sleeves that the VHS cassettes come in. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is the package. I did show you this palette in my last video. I kind of did a quick test on it, but I wanted to give you a full review on it. It does have a 12-month shelf life and it is cruelty free. Now his other palette that I do have, which is the original first one that he put out, which is the Beauty Killer palette, as you can see the size, this palette is much bigger. One thing I did forget to mention is that although the new palette is bigger, the pan sizes are smaller. So that's just one difference between the original palette. And it comes with 18 shades as opposed to this one, which came out with, I believe it was 10 shades. So I love the packaging. It's really like a good quality. It does not feel cheap whatsoever. Now the one thing I did notice is that when opening it, and I have used this already, that it was a little tough opening it in the beginning, but as the more that I use it, I notice that it does pop open quicker. Now it does come with a mirror inside. As you can see, these are the colors. Now I didn't put on any eyeshadow because I did want to show you some of the colors on my eyes. A true swatch, you know, I know people swatch them on their hands or on their arm, but I believe a better swatch is on the actual eye because that's where it's gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead and try out a few of the colors. So I'm just gonna use a few on my eyes, and then the rest I will swatch for you. So for my base color, I am gonna go in with this color called Sugar Cane. It's a nice matte color, a great transition color, and definitely a great base color to start with. Now the next color I'm going to go with is Extraction. This is another matte color and it's a beautiful plum, like a light plum color. And yeah, so let's start off with that. And one thing I noticed with his mattes, that they do blend very well. And that's the one thing that I love about his eyeshadows, is that they do blend very well. So next color I'm going to go with is Root Canal. How would I describe this? It's a beautiful purple, just a beautiful flat matte purple. So let's go into that. Now that one didn't have as much fallout, but now this look that I'm going to do, it's not your everyday look. I am purposely going to go bold and just have fun with this. Now I did notice that with this color, I did have to kind of go back in with my brush a few times just to build up the pigment. As opposed to the first color I used, that one was very pigmented. But this purple it is a buildable color, so it's gorgeous though. I love it. I'm definitely, my favorite color is purple. So the next color I am going to go in with is going to be Blood Sugar. Now this, I believe, is one of the metallic colors. It is gorgeous, and let's see what we get. I'm going to wet my brush a little. Now I don't really see that much of a difference. Let me try using a different brush. I am using a Morphe brush. It's like a flat brush, but let me go ahead and try something slightly different. Definitely now I used a different brush and I did wet it a little bit more, and you can definitely see that metallic pop out. Wow, that is gorgeous. Next color I'm gonna go in with, and I'm gonna use it under my eye. I'm gonna go in with Cavity. Now Cavity does look like a pressed glitter. I do see some glitter in it. I don't know, it could be a matte, but I do see some shimmer to it, so I think it is a pressed glitter. So for my next color, I'm going to go on with Candy Floss. It is a beautiful light pinkish kind of ice color. I believe it is a metallic, and let's see how this looks. Now it comes off very light. I'm gonna try wetting my brush and see how it applies wet. So this is wet, applied wet. This is applied dry. So definitely I'm noticing with the metallics, if you really want it to pop, definitely apply it wet. If you were a kid of the 80s, 90s, you might, mostly 80s, you might remember a cartoon called Jem and the Holograms. Well, this is giving me definitely Jem and the Holograms vibe. I'm gonna add one more color and then I'm gonna blend. So I'm gonna go in with, let's try Coma. Coma is a beautiful dark plum color, and it is a matte. Now I'm gonna use Coma like a liner. I'm gonna go in with it wet. So I'm going back on this side again, because for some reason I think my brush wasn't wet enough, because this one came out exactly how I wanted it, and this one was kind of coming off a little light. So I'm just going over it one more time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending all this out. Now, to tone it down a little, like right in here, I'm gonna go in with, let's see, the color Cake Mix. This is another matte color, and it can also be used as a base. I think I'm gonna go in with a makeup remover wipe just to kind of really clean this area. I'm gonna go in a little bit more with Cavity and just kind of, I'm gonna try wetting my brush. So to complete this look, I'm just gonna go ahead and add eyelashes and lipstick. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do some swatches for you guys. Now starting from left to right, we have Glucose, Sugarcane, Cake Mix, Ouch, Donor, and Intravenous. And next we have Candy Floss, Tongue Pop, Sweetener, Cavity, O Positive, and Root Canal. And last we have Prick, Cherry Soda, Fresh Meat, Blood Sugar, Extraction, and Coma. So all the shadows in this palette are gorgeous. The mattes, some are buildable, some are very pigmented. The metallics, I do suggest using them wet if you want to get that full effect. Same with the glittery ones. If you're into bold colors, I definitely suggest getting this palette. If you're more into the neutrals and you're not really into taking risks with colors, or maybe you're just not familiar on how to use them, then I probably wouldn't get it. Definitely not for the price that it is if you're not going to be using it that often. Definitely the shadows did have a lot of fallout, but you know, that's not that big of a deal. If you had any other questions that maybe I didn't touch on or answer for you, please leave your questions down below in the comment section, and I'm usually good at getting back to people pretty quick. This was a lot of fun, kind of getting a little crazy with the colors, being a little silly, and doing something I normally don't do. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Give this video a like if you did enjoy it. And until the next one, I'll see you then. Bye.